This is our EOG review. We have our note cards. We should already have them out. We're going to paste this down on our note card. This is how, if you have a little note card like mine, I'm going to fold this in half. And at the top of this note card, this is going to be note card number, let's see, 5 in the corner. We're going to put 5. And this is estimating roots. In order to estimate roots, you have to know what the perfect squares are. So again, I'm gonna fold this little piece right here. I'm gonna fold this so that I can glue this if I have a small card. Now, if you have a larger card, it'll probably fit. I'm gonna pause for the calls to give you time to glue that down. All right, here we go. Look, these are our square roots, our perfect squares, and our perfect cubes. Okay. So on this, we need to look at it. I'm going to show you. We have here the square root of 1 is equal to 1. The square root of 4 is equal to 2. The square root of 9 is equal to 3. Why, Miss Reyes? Because when you're finding the square root of the number, you're looking for a number that can be multiplied times itself to give you the number under the radical. All right, I'm going to say it again. Look. The square root of 16 is 4. Why? How do I know that, Miss Reyes? Because when you're finding the square root of a number, that's the same as saying, what is the number under the radical? What number can be multiplied times itself to give me that number? 4 times itself will give me 16. So the square root of 16 is 4. The square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 36 is 6. The square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 64 is 8, because 8 times itself will give you the number under the radical. This is the square root symbol. Okay? The square root of 81 is 9, because 9 times itself gives you 81. The square root of 100 is 10, because 10 times itself will give you 100. The square root of 121 is 11, because 11 times itself will give you 121. The square root of 44 is 12, because 12 times itself will give you 144. The square root of 169 is 13, because 13 times itself will give you 169. The square root of 196 is 14, because 14 times itself will give you 196. The square root of 225 is 15, because 15 times itself will give you 225. The square root of 256 is 16. The square root of 289 is 17. The square root of 324 is 18. The square root of 361 is 19. The square root of 400 is 20. Those are our perfect squares. I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a chance to write those in. All right, cube root. The cube root symbol looks like this. It's still the little check, but it has a 3 in the little corner. This is the cube root. Cube root is saying what number can be multiplied times itself instead of twice, Ansley? 3 times, okay, baby? So what number can be multiplied times itself 3 times to give you the number under the cube root symbol? So we got cube root symbol. The cube root of 1 is 1, because 1 times itself 3 times will give you 1. 1 times 1 times 1 is still equal to 1. The cube root of 8 is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. The cube root of 27 is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. The cube root of 64 is 4, because 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. The cube root of 125 is 5 because 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. Please write all of those in. And then that's the only part that we're going to do today. And then we're going to estimate using this chart tomorrow. Any questions? Please fill it in.